Hello and welcome back to our Range Specialist Hard Rogue Trader playthrough. I'm Shadow Coast and welcome to the channel. Now, unfortunately, we had some corrupted save files. I don't know if it was patch 1.0.78 last night or the hotfix this morning 1.0.79, but when I verified integrity of game files, this was the closest save I could get based off our last playthrough. So we have to fight our way through. Now, not all is lost. This actually worked out. I do feel like it's cheating, but on another playthrough, which those files are also corrupted, so I gotta kind of recover my for fun playthrough I'm not posting. I was able to do a little desk research. Oh, I didn't loot this. That's good. And then figured out the galvanic heim. So we're gonna go do this, and I'll show you why. We have to finish the galvanic heim. So 2, we were right on our assumption, but then we have to go here. Let us fill our souls with gratitude towards the arcane key that closes the circuit, and may the unity of the sacred charges power the immortal reason that hath created the spark. Verily so, a pilgrim who has learned our ways was worthy of the gifts of the enlightened. Alright, so the reason we want to do this is we get both the arc rifle. When the wielder hits targets with the arc rifle, they also attack all enemies within 2 cells of the target. And pinpointing visor grants 50% critical hit chance to range attacks against enemies with less than 50% wounds left. This is awesome, awesome items. Now for Shadow Coast, we are going to do a little management here. We're going to take our blast wave shotgun and replace it with our arc rifle, which will be nice. I really like our tactical goggles for Shadow Coast, being a ranged sniper. And then just to note, this is range 9 versus range 18. So we have to get up closer. So we're going to be using the long last more often than not, at least for now. And then for Argenta, we are going to swap out the Helmet of Devotion and put on these. So we have 15% critical hit chance to range attacks against enemies with less than 50% wounds. That will help a lot. So we're going to get back on track here. We're gonna have to go through this fight. I feel like it's cheating. I mean, the game kind of forced me to replay this, and I figured I'd kind of post the entirety of the playthrough, just so we're not missing anything. And let me just see. This is the room, so we have to go up here.
Or get left in the dust.
We're gonna wait. I'm actually going to. I don't know if saving's gonna work. I just, in case something goes horribly wrong. Alright, can you guys run over here?
I'll make an example out of
Nope.
you.
Alright,
I'll bleed you dry.
here we go. Got enemies coming. Ow. Shadow Coast, you are gonna come here. Oh jeez, I don't remember. Then we're gonna swap. Oh, you're gonna run and gun.
Down. Who if not me?
Alright, let's see if we can.
To it personally. Another enemy down.
Kinda wanna dash over here, give us some space. And turn Pasqal. Oh wait, hold on. Don't do that. How do I cancel? Right click. Escape. Shoot. I'd rather hit all of us. We're just trying to get out of the spark range here. Oh, we should have probably moved him up there. Gonna hit the cultist gunner. Alright.
Request approved.
Nice. We hit them both. Oh boy. Oh jeez.
may
Oh,
be
we're down. Son of a gun.
down.
Another color has faded.
Ah, boy. And we are not in a good spot. Alright, we're gonna run and gun.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Hail of bullets.
I will not.
Oh, that was worthless. Because
Doubt is for the
we
weak.
shouldn't have used Hail of Bullets. I screwed that up. I screwed that up royally. Shadow Coast is injured. Not good.
Pain cleanses
Oof.
the body.
Hold on.
Me. If you
I might
insist,
keep
Lord
you back
Captain.
here.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor
do the
commands,
reload.
I act.
Gonna step back here and give Henrik some
Careful not to cross
move.
my gaze.
We're gonna put you here. And that's that. Ow, are you kidding me? Oh
Don't
my
leave us.
goodness.
That's an order.
Well, this is not off to a good start.
I need a foothold.
We're gonna
But of course, Lord
come
Captain,
over here.
nothing stands against me. Let's see to it.
Let's do endure. Alright. Abelard, come here.
Indeed.
Alright. There's very little we can do.
At your beck and call.
Get your chainsword out. Ow. Argenta. I'm kind of nervous.
Rejoice in battle. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Alright, we just...
Doubt is for the
I mean... I was hoping one of those would have taken that guy out.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
Yeah,
Do not dare ask.
you should be okay there.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
It will be done.
Alright, we're done with you.
Not sanctioned to do this.
Oh boy.
I'm done with this one.
Take this guy out. I think that should be safe there.
For the throne's glory.
Oh, we should have buffed.
My place is at the fort.
Yeah, we can't.
Victory is imminent. I will do my duty.
Endure. We are advancing.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Come on.
I'll do it.
Not enough to take him out. Unfortunate.
From the ashes,
Ow.
I will rise.
We are barely hanging on.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
How's that guy still alive? Alright.
I'll do it.
Reload. Yeah, we're being careful here. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Naturally.
Gonna buff us.
Let's see to it.
Oh.
I won't object to it.
Alright. Iron Arm. Let me see here. Oh,
Reduced to dust. It will be done.
we have to be careful because this one's gonna. Oh boy.
I'd rather not.
Alright. We can't get over there. Argenta.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Emperor, give me strength.
I'm just gonna. Oh, buff you guys. Get you moving.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Alright. That's fine. Ow.
Everyone, step aside.
Target gains 14 strength and toughness until the end of combat. That's. Can this be one friendly creature? So do we
For
lose
the
it?
throne's glory.
No, it's. We both have it. That's ridiculously overpowered. I mean, I'll take it. Stacks 4. Alright. We can't do much. We're just going to endure. Alright, Argenta.
I'll do it.
We're
Guided
gonna
by
come all the way
faith.
over here.
As the
Hail
Emperor
the
commands,
bullets.
I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
My goodness.
If only that were possible. Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Is that not,
That is foolishness. If I may,
alright, we're gonna try to.
At your
Can you
beck
run
and
that far? Holy smokes. Alright.
I'm not accustomed to
We're
being
just getting
ordered
you to...
around.
The Emperor is on our side.
Oh boy. Oh, jeez.
Our ranks diminish.
High momentum.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use. But of course,
Alright.
Lord Captain.
Okay.
Blessed be the road that we take.
Alright, I'm just trying to make sure we don't get...
I always keep my options open.
What? Okay, hold on. Oh boy, I don't know why I wasn't responding. I was trying to click. Okay, so you guys... Oh. Just don't want to be dumb here. Sniper rifle 12 to 16. Let me see. Long last 14 to 20. Okay. Oh boy.
I won't let it define me.
Operation successful.
Oh, now we have everybody. Okay. Alright. Hey, another plasma. Speaking of which, can you... You do have a plasma pistol proficiency. Logic. 53%. Multiple symbols, but you cannot decipher. Access received.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Alright.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Let us not dawdle.
We're gonna... Quick save. Again, I'm not sure if quick save will work. Let's be looting. Sniper rifle, we already have those.
I've seen a lot of innocent people. I've yet to see someone remain so after an interrogation.
Okay.
Error. Making
Oh my
adjustments.
goodness.
Failure is just a
Are you
temporary
serious?
setback.
A soldier would have been disciplined for such a
Multi-key.
Is an irrefutable certainty.
Awareness.
I won't let it
Heretic
define
who
me.
came too close to the motive force infused mechanism were killed by a single devastating lightning strike. Alright, so we have some injuries, not as many as before. Bodies of careless cultists have been roughly fried in the arc
always
of
have a
motive
backup
force. Alright. Now we're gonna go iconoclast here. We're almost back to where we were before. A crowd of cultists have surrounded the tech priest crucified upon a mechanism. Rhythmic whisper, repeated by 100 voices, blends into some blasphemous enchantment. Powerful discharges from the motive force run through the machine, causing unfortunate prisoner's body to convulse brutally and force woeful cries of pain from his lips. Tortured tech priest. Tech priest's hoarse voice echoes under the ceiling. In the clenched claws of stagnation, in shackles of iteration zero, under the iron wing, let the cycle be discontinued. Pasqal, Mentee, and Dendrix spring into combat mode instantly, and wrathful rattle comes from his box. I'm registering a severe violation of the purity protocol. A blessed Armanaut has been captured by heretics and is being tortured. Look around the hall. The heretics have taken up positions everywhere, many more doubtlessly hiding in the passages leading out of the hall. For now, they are all focused on the sacrilegious torture of the tech priest and do not notice you. Are you sure this is Armanaut? Confirmed. I do not observe his face, but I recognize his words. Let the cycle be discontinued is the blessed Armanaut's motto. How is he bearing this torture? Oh, maybe not. this kind of selection is a little weird. The Mechanator points to the corpses of the heretics lying nearby. We can use the blasphemers' clothing as a disguise, unrecognized. We can sabotage the power units, overloading them and cleansing the hall of the heretics. Alright. The lightly discharged were charged cultist corpses. Whiffs of smoke rise from their empty eye sockets, whose contents have evaporated. Their clothes covered in the blood of innocents and crudely painted over with emblems of arch enemy, which exude a repulsive air of soul decay. I shudder with disgust at the mere thought of having to touch clothing adorned with unholy symbols, let alone wear it. This is the first step towards falling, a small compromise with evil that will lead to something greater. Is there truly no other way, rogue trader? The signs of the arch enemy are not just painted symbols, but conductors of its will. The words of the prayers, even spoken without faith, their coats of arms, even deceitfully worn. All this increases the presence of the ruinous powers near you and draws their corrupting attention to you. Don't make me, Cassius says. Alright, what is the essence of your plan? Uttering a litany of actuation for the power units from the Lumonectican's command throne will direct the motive force created by the blessed reactors into the hall. The distribution servitors will keep its output within the set parameters, but upon receiving the order to increase it to its peak values, it will turn this place into an electric trap. So we gotta get to this thing. And that thing. The safety system protecting the hall is controlled from the machine altar, which must be disabled. If all these operations are performed, I can guarantee that not a single blasphemer will survive the Omnissiah's wrath that will be unleashed upon this place. You would disgrace yourself by donning these tainted rags. The only unbearable disgrace is that of duty unfulfilled. The rest is merely spiritual attrition. Alright, we're going for... Alright. Do you realize this plan sounds like suicide? The statement is true, then what do you propose? To flee? I have tried to employ this behavioral strategy in the past, and it brought my soul no relief. Iconoclast, here we go. If it helps to save a worthy man, I will put on the cultist robes. I pray that the Omnissiah gives the blessed Armanon enough fortune. We only get 2 iconoclasts for this? I have a bad feeling about this. The heretic scarbs cling to your skin like a greedy leech, tingling, and the foul fever spread it over your body. I think all our other gear. Look at us. Oh, you don't. I mean, I see that little skull there, but you don't really look. Yeah. Oh man, Argenta kind of looks badass in Heretic's clothes. We don't look that great. Alright. Okay, so what are we doing here? Sabotage. Destroy the safety system control altar. Utter the litany of evacuation from the command throne. Order the distribution server to raise the output to peak values. Alright, so... Command throne? I feel like... Can we just walk in here?
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Let's turn off the safety first. The altar is adorned with gilded skulls, threads of metal that used to be electrodes are fused onto the globe. One majestic altar has now been desecrated with blasphemous images of blue-green suns. Some of its levers and buttons have been pried from their sockets, but the mechanism still glorifies Omnissiah with its operation. I identify this as a safety system control altar. For our diversion to succeed, the blessed machine must be executed, and may its spirit forgive us. Forgive us, under machine spirit, we are obliged to interrupt your work. A mournful barrier requiem pours from Pasqal's vox. Tech, you seated. Pasqal offers a short biharic prayer that enters command after command to set up a trap for the machine spirit inhabiting the altar. The code born out of the tech priest and tinkering causes the spirit to flutter confusedly in a snare of impossible commands, heat up the altar circuit boards, and perish forever in the shower of sparks that burst from its melting wires. May we be granted the Omnissiah's forgiveness for this act. I am registering a general shutdown of the security system. I don't know if the order matters, but I kind of kind of want to be out here. Cultist Gunner, a grim looking heretic walks up to you resolutely, blocking your path. As he studies this guy's with suspicion, you note that his left eye has 2 conjoined irises, while his right eye has 4. I don't know you. Who are you, and why haven't I met you before? Oh, here we go. 60%, 85%, 100%. All right, we're going 100%. Throw your hands up sheepishly. I'm new. Was sent here to slaughter unbelievers, and I've only just finished. Persuasion succeeded. Smiles both through. Ah, you're new. That's right. Every newcomer must slit a false believer's throat to prove their loyalty to the edge of daybreak. Did you join it at all? You don't have to answer. I see you did. Go ahead, brother. All right. Thanks. Current lady is not ready for the power. Okay. I guess we have to do that last.
What do we have here?
A heavy crown of gold neural augments rests upon the servitor's head. The crown is bent and broken from ruthless gun butt blows. The pale body is covered in blasphemous inscriptions carved into withered flesh. I identify this accolade as a distribution servitor. I am registering upon its traces of sacrilegious violation of the right of operations. The probability of its responsiveness to command is below average. Coercion, tech use, 100%. Try to conduct a restart ceremony. For the glory of the Omnissiah, let this machine spirit sleep, that it may awaken and serve again. Pasqal gently touches the servitor's crown, deactivating one of its segments. Let the outer neural connection circuit be plugged in darkness. Another touch and the several lights on the crown glow up. Let the command response hub fall silent. Pasqal switches to Mineric speech, accompanying his every action with a line from a sacred hymn. It's an amazing how the reverent awe of the tech priest's voice can be discerned even through its rattling vox. Suddenly, every light of the servitor's ground comes alive. A shower of sparks bursts from the augment's servitor, and several black ash-tinted tears run from its empty eye sockets. Ready to serve. Energize the Hall's power unit to maximum. It will be done. Here we go. Here we go.
Keep your wits about you.
I'm very interested to see how this plays out. Tech Priest corpse, his throat slit upon splendid command throne, laced with wirely wrought motive force pass. A contorted expression of righteous anger is frozen on his face. A black blindfold covers his eyes. This is the Lumno Deacon's command throne. This is where the power unit actuation and shutdown litanies are recited from. The blessed Lumeno Deacon himself has the honor of closing the circuit of the motive force flows through. Alright, toughness, 35% chance. Pasqal, kindly sit down on the throne and recite the litany. Pasqal freezes and a quiet whisper comes from his rock. Request denied. I am not authorized to sit upon the Lumeno Deacon's command throne. Such an act would be considered sacrilegious. Persuasion, yeah, we're gonna do. Pasqal, saving the relic in your mentor justifies a minor infraction of the rules. Look at him. Persuasion test succeeded. Pasqal casts a scrutinizing glance at you, then nods reluctantly. Situation deemed an emergency. I request the Omnissiah's forgiveness in this transgression about to be committed. The tech priest's body winces from the motive force discharge, but his vox begins to recite the sacred words of the litany as his fingers activate the command runes with precise, unhurried movements. I'm recording a successful activation of the power units. Ooh. Let's see if we can. Oh, yes! Zap 'em all! That was satisfying.
Is there money to be made?
Alright, we gotta always be looting. Wow, that was awesome. That was so awesome. I'm just really enjoying the moment.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Alright, I feel like we're gonna loot and then talk. We're gonna loot, level up, then talk to him. On the off chance we find Aurora, take it, them, whatever it is out.
Grants the insight.
Alright, the reason I'm looting first, even though we can do it at the exit, is in case there's a weapon we're going to want to use for a final fight. I'm not... Ooh, there's loot back there. We'll catch that one later. Alright,
Rise to the
let's
top,
come here,
or get left in the dust.
and let's level up. Perception or strength. Perception describes how well a character perceives their surroundings. Character with high perception can pick out here. It also affects the awareness skill and reduces enemy dodge chance. So perception, definitely. We want to max out perception next. Heavy weapon no, we don't want train. We could do agility. +7 commerce. Advanced skill tech. Nope. Combat addict. Field of fire. All their allies gain rate of fire for is regimental effects. Killing enemy adjacent ally grants 10 plus. Ooh, that one's good. Heroic act command gets +5 characters for heroic act. Shoulder to shoulder. Deals a dent. Okay, unflinching heroism is good. Why can't we do Hail of Steel? You already have this feature. I feel like grants 2 movement points. That's good. I do want nimble, but then I want to specialize last weapon expert. Minus penalty to dodge. Do we want the last weapon? I kind of feel like we do. Enemy suffer minus penalty to dodge against last weapon attacks. I also want you to be more nimble and dodge stuff. Okay, we're going to go with last weapon expert. Gets harder as we get further down the tree. Perfect spots. Tactical knowledge. All features. While uncovered, operate games. Operates next to non-area attack. The operator moves 1 exploit from each enemy in a 5-cell radius around a point within 10 cells of the operator. If there's only 1 enemy in the area, the operator moves all exploits and stacks. All allies gain +2 number of removed exploits. Alright, we'll go with tactical knowledge. Okay, so plasma weapon. Melta weapon. Power weapon. Plasma weapon. You already have this feature. Plasma weapon. Proficiency. I think there's another plasma weapon. Is there only proficiency? I think there's got to be an expert, right? Plasma weapon expert. You already have this feature. Oh. Great. Great. Hold on. What? Two-handed melee weapon? What is this? Omnisci axe? I don't know what that is considered. So we said tactical knowledge. Tech use. Alright, advanced skill tech use. We are basically max on tech use. I don't know how much better we can get. What do we want? Strength, agility, or toughness? Strength also affects athletic skills. I'm gonna go toughness. You're gonna be tanky too. We're gonna do athletics, so we have another athletic individual. Abelard. What do we have for you? Weapon skill. You kind of maxed out, so we're gonna go toughness next. Yeah, toughness, and then we're gonna start sacking agility. You go Medicae, just so we have 2 Medicae. What's perception? Your agility is pretty high at 55, so we're gonna go perception. And bolt weapon expert, we got multi-weapon expert. So do we do nimble? I am going to do ballistic skill training. So we've kind of maxed out our bullet. Why is this down? Broken ribs. Okay, you're injured. That's why. That's fine. Not ideal, but we get it. Obstacle creatures an ally who is immediately recovers from burning, bleeding, stun effects. If the target is under the voice of command, they also gain temporary wounds. So get back in the fight. The officer increases the ally's resolve by 2 until the end of combat. If the target is under the voice of command effect, they will start their next turn with 1 additional action point. Both of these are good, but we want to remove debuffs. And then what are we doing here? Nimble. Was it ebb and flow? I can't remember. Every turn the navigator gets an additional action point. Whenever a creature in combat gains an extra turn. There's just so many. Navigator takes all turns, including extra turns, with +3 additional movement points. The first ally targeted each turn by the navigator with a single target ability gains the same amount of additional movement. Oh wow, that is nice, especially for this last one. All right, so I think we're good. We are committed, so we're gonna quick save. Again, I don't know if the quick saves work. We'll try to grab that thing later. Let's talk to Armanaut. Torch Tech Priest. In the cycles of the foreordained, there lurks a flaw of worship. The Tech Priest's body convulses. Plaintive creaks of binaric prayers come from his walks. As moments pass, the signal becomes less and less clear, as if something twisted and wrong were being added to it. As skill studies the Tech Priest's face carefully. His walk system means a tragic vibrato. Subject unidentified. This is not the blessed Armanaut. Stranger, I request your name. How do you know my mentor's motto? Examine the Tech Priest. There are deep burns all over his flesh, and the skin around his augments is charred. Blasphemous spells have carved into his sacred iron, forming unholy litanies of scrap code. It is amazing how robust this Tech Priest's life support system has proven to be maintaining the spark of life in his grievously wounded body. Alright, who are you, servant of the Omnisci? The fire of the hearth, send forth sparks. The name of the spark is Abel Hunaman. Abel? Tech Priest looks over at Pasqal for a brief moment. His speech becomes clear. The echo of my call has reached you. Good, the iteration is at its end. The design is fulfilled. What is the intention? Why are you calling yourself by my name? Was it you who summoned me to Rykad MInoris? What for? I categorically demand an answer. Pasqal's voice rises with an intimidating howl, but the dearest Tech Priest does not seem to understand what he is saying. What design? An intention bold, both bold and honorable, to open new gates for the waters of knowledge and comprehension. A plan written so that the righteous may follow. And trust is the great pattern of revelation and uniform progression towards it. Pasqal voice is trembling with elation. Those are his words. I have not heard them in so very long. Ask him about Armanon. You came here because of him, after all. No, the tech priest weak's voice stronger. He came because of himself. Myself to redeem myself, to correct a mistake, possibly. But how do you... There's a look of gentle condescension in Abel's eyes, strange given the circumstances. The hubris of the mind spurs him to build monuments to himself. Do not regret, for all is predetermined by the iteration. A devastating coughing fit cuts him off, and you hear a clang of tearing metal from inside his chest. You can talk once we get him out of here. A cold premonition rakes the heart. The probabilities are dark and frightening, brother. I do not wish to gaze into them. We are the flame of knowledge that drives the darkness away. Pasqal is quickly inspecting Abel's wounds, paying no mind to the blood and sacred unguent staining his sleeves. His voice rasps soothingly. Do not fear what is to come, brother. We are already here. Do you know him, Pasqal? The subject has not been identified and has no record in my catalog. Interrogation is possible due to the subject's evident affective state of clouded consciousness. Try to take down the tech priest crucified on the machine. As soon as you touch the tech priest's battered flesh, he shifts his gaze to you and says with sudden clarity, Many sparks have gone out, but not all. The electric shepherds are alive. In the darkness I heard their prayers. Find them. Save them. Recite the hymn of contact certain restoration, so that you may behold what is hidden. The blast of motive force runs on the tech priest's body and his face contorts in a mocking grimace. Mouth formed by hammer cord repulsively jars on the ears, pours out of his box. Excuse me. Information archived in to the effect of the circuit restoration hymns as the entrance password to the Electro priest's hiding place. Ashko responds with a dour rhythms of containment area. I note with great sorrow that the cultist rituals has been partially successful. My tech brother, has been tainted by corruption. He is in the grip of schismatic and holy imitation of a machine spirit. I request immediate activation of the Texoxism protocol. What is this schismatical? An ugly mockery of a noble machine spirit, created by the warp. Sometimes a few lines of despicable scrap code or small clumps of motiphore falls on the archenemy's influence and degenerates into the abomination of the sword, one whose very existence is an insult to the omniscient's wisdom. Alright, I'm going to go Iconoclast. The possessed man responds with a burst of repulsive laughter. Every now and then a word or two of Gothic finds its way into the dynamic obscenities pouring out of his box, in what seems to be a schismatical tentative forays into the language that is alien to it. His body convulses, his joints twist at unnatural angles at the sound of bursting steel coughings. As the possessed man thrashes about, his internal augments emerge gradually through the hanging tatters of his flesh, as though an iron homunculus hidden inside the tech priest were trying to cast off the meat cocoon no longer needed. Pasqal's mechanics extend a thin drilling needle. Sacred urgent glistens on it. A code purification area is heard from the needle, sinks into the possessed tech priest's skull, and it touches his neural augment, farming an electric circuit within it. Extreme strain is visible on his face. Furious litanies pour from his box. Result failure, requesting assistance. May the machine god heal you. Alright, 100%. Undaunted, you grab one of the severed cables and press it into the tech priest's body, and a shock of formidable power shakes the possessed man. Machine oil gushes out of his mouth. His vox hisses deafeningly as the flow of the motive force burns the corruption in his sacred iron. The overload destroys some of the circuit boards of its neural augment, resets his code, and erases the schismatical from existence. The tech priest's eyes roll up and he loses consciousness, crushed yet still alive and no longer in the thrall of corruption. With the utmost care, Pasqal takes his body down from the mechanisms and lay it on the floor. His stirring litanies of gratitude to the omniscient echo through the hall. Rest, tech brother. We will come back for you when we have done our duty to the miraculous fusion reactor. The Lord Captain, the omniscient commands a pious mind to strive towards uncovering the truth. Therefore, I will not stop until I find my mentor and understand his connection to the servant of the machine god. Request the privilege of joining your retinue as a rightful companion. I can offer to fulfill the duties of the agency on your ship in exchange for the right to follow you and conduct my own investigation. Items received. Nothing and nothing. Okay. Did we receive any items? I don't believe so. Great. Now what? Um, Lord Captain, interrogate, find this. Lord Captain knows that the entrance to the priest's hiding place located near the circular cauldron can be opened by a special prayer. Find the surviving priests.
Keep your wits about you.
Alright, let me see here. We are gonna keep going. I just don't know where we're gonna go.
Is there money to be made?
A machine alter accepts a contact circuit restoration Heim. Good, good. Alright, that other loot box we will get eventually.
Always keep your eye on the
See
prize.
if we have a fight with Aurora. Electro Priest. Darth Imperious 6, a shortish muscular man wearing a scarlet colors of the priesthood of Mars, steps into your path. The wrinkles on his cheek and forehead point to his prosperity of frequent outbursts of fierce anger, but right now he is showing no signs of aggression. Glowing blue patterns of electric tattoos or electus show through his oddly bluish tinted skin. The man's eye sockets are dark and empty, yet he turns his face straight towards you with no hesitation. He has a sharp, screeching voice, not unlike a bird's cawing. May the charge of the Omnissiah's mercy persist in the hands of the faithful. May the motive force persist in their batteries. Take the side of Aquila, another blind heretic to battle. Another blind heretic to battle. I, Rogue Trader Shadow Coast von Valencius, declare this monastery to be under my protection. A man bows his head. The motive force brought you here at the right time, pilgrim. The hollowed Electrodynamic Cenobium receives you, pilgrim. I am Da Impulse 6, a servant of the motive force and the Pater Electroid of this sacred monastery. Alright, Pasqal bows. We do not. He bows back. Pasqal bows down humbly before the man. A trill of biheric signals comes from his vox, to which the Praetor responds with a solemn gesture of blessing. Pasqal turns to you and says, the rank of Praetor Electrode is a sign of high standing within the Electro Priest fraternity. To have been granted an audience is a great honor. You have the honor of hosting the Rogue Trader of House von Valencius. I urge you to follow proper etiquette when interacting with the eminent bearer of the sacred warrant. Within these walls, worldly titles are nothing before the motive force. Your deeds, however, speak far louder than titles, for your path here is sprayed with the blood of desecrators. Alright, Da Impulse, it was you, was it not, that Logus Abel came seeking an interpretation of his data trance? Yes, Tech Brother, Abel arrived here to engage in a magnetic meditation that would help clarify his visions. Unfortunately, the heretic's machinations prevented us from completing the ritual. The esteemed Logis volunteered to help in defending the monastery, but contact with him was lost soon afterwards. Tell me more about Logis Abel. We did not speak much to each other. He preferred to devote his time to solitary reflections in this chapel. The Omnissiah has given Tech Brother Abel a gift of great insight which allows him to discern each individual facet of existence rather than the overall view. This makes his logic different from that of other people. Good to know. His mind was always been able to combine facts and conclusions into harmonious wholes that were nothing short of beautiful. Many among my flock found his sermons poetic. What kind of visions was he receiving? The Omnissiah's revelations was encrypted with great meticulousness, which indicates its great importance. Grasping it fully is beyond my ability, but a single touch was enough for me to realize the enormity of the secret concealed within. Or more exactly, the secret design, which was how Tech Brother Abel referred to it. His mind had discerned in the world around him traces of some grand silence that he wished to comprehend. I have rescued him from the insurgents. I hope the Omnissiah preserves Tech Brother Abel's life and that he may continue to comprehend the mysteries he has been trapped into. I have a few questions about this place and the people in it. Only those lay people who desire the experience of the motive force are allowed to cross this monastery's threshold. All others are profaners and criminals. You do not belong to the fraternity of the Electro Priest, but your intentions are good. If you were not seeking the Omnissiah's wisdom, then it was the motive force itself that brought you here to find it. Alright, what happened here and how did you manage to survive? When the heretics descended in droves upon the Cenobium, we gave battle, but the unholy foes buried the Omnissiah's warriors under a mass of their bodies, thus extinguishing the defenders' sparks of purity. It was then that I ordered my few surviving brethren to retreat to the monastery's secret chambers. Upon taking refuge here, they began to destroy the blasphemous intruders in surreptitious ways. Alas, as fiery as my brethren's anger was, I had no right to permit them to die in honest combat, for the task of taking back our abode still lay ahead of us. I must commend the skill in which your secret chambers are concealed. You hear a tinge of wounded pride in Henrik's voice, as if he was upset about failing to discover the Electro Priest shelter. Your choice of tactics was wise as well. There was no point in losing more lives in a massacre that the cultists wrought. The leader of the heretics fought their way into the Ark, wherein dwells the miraculous fusion reactor. She is trying to desecrate the rite of operations with her unholy litanies, so that the relic may be corrupted and the world of Rykad MInoris may perish in a fount of fire. My brethren, in their magnetic meditations, are hampering her efforts by chanting access request prayers in unison, thereby suppressing the commands of the blasphemers enter. Praetor Electro nods toward the his entranced comrades. This holy place will be protected against sacrilege practices, I swear it. Alright, and the monastery was attacked by people who look like Electro priests. That is a lamentable mistake. We knew no help was on its way, and we were not expecting to encounter any allies in the monastery's chambers. But I see that you are alive, and I mourn the senseless death of my brethren. I wonder if you would have been so touchingly mourn the Lord Captain's death if such sentiments would have only been awoken by the sound of our void ship delivering a punitive strike from orbit. My forces and the governor's guards can help you reclaim the monastery. I cannot allow this. Lay people are forbidden from visiting the monastery, and only a select few are allowed to behold the Ark and the relic within. You and your retinue are pilgrims of a special status bestowed by the Emperor, however. Should any soldiers unblessed by the Omnissiah cross monastery's thresholds, I will deem them a heretic and have them put to death. Confirm the presence of lay people in the monastery grounds without the Praetor's Elector's blessing will be regarded as a sacrilege religious violation of the holy rite of operation. Okay, I guess we're going to do it alone. Henrik's opened his mouth for a second to say something, but changes his mind and quietly clears his throat instead. Cassia nods thoughtfully. I see. Yes, I see. The House Arcelio follows the same rules when it comes to outsiders. Alright. You made the right decision. Thank you, Pilgrim. It was not easy watching unholy intruders stampede through the chambers of my temple. We all envied our brethren who had fallen before the sacrilege began. Alright, I have a few questions. Truth is like a light blocking his path is criminal. Who are you? The hard-working servants of the dwellers of the Cenobium, Electro Priest, the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Corpser Scari did us a great honor by entrusting us into our care, the sacred relic which the hallowed Electrodynamic Cenobium was built. What precisely do you believe in? We are devoted to ourselves to the worship of that aspect of the machine god known as the motive force. It is the blessed divine spark that creates impetus in the universe. The Omnissiah, in his mercy, gave the world the gift of the motive force, and we follow its impulses in order to increase it, bring it to lay people, and protect it from unholy hands. A relic in this monastery protects provides the entire planet, Rykad MInoris, for the blessed motive force, and we, unworthy though we are glad to serve the ancient machine that dwells in this place. So it must be a mass generator. Tell us more about the relic. It would be pointless to describe the miraculous fusion reactor. Only through beholding its ferocious power can one comprehend its blessed essence and fear the might of the Omnissiah. Its core was found 4,000 years ago and delivered to Rykad MInoris by the holy warrior of faith Locke Impulse 1 during one of his campaigns. Its sacred spark has not gone out for an instant. The walls and power units of the Cenobium have been erected around the relic in order to protect it from ignorant lay people, as well as protect them from its formidable might. So it's archaeotech. Pasqal keeps a solemn silence, but he's quick to Mechadendrites. Claw betrays his excitement at being so close to an archaeotech. Incredibly rare and powerful piece of technology from humanity's ancient past. So for those unfamiliar with Warhammer 40,000, we had tech marvels way in the past that we can't replicate because knowledge was lost. So the fusion reactor, which I'm sure powers the entire planet, is one of those that these particularly tech priests protect. You are not like other members of the Adeptus Mechanicus I have met. Our faith imposes a duty of obedience on us. Every Electro priest is given numerous Elect 2s that combine in a blessed Evoke Geist Circuit, allowing feeble flesh to withstand the might of the motive force. This is why our skin glows with its light, and our eyes boil and melt when we are ordained. The Omnissiah's tears is what we call the phenomena. This dying away of unworthy flesh. As we shun the layperson's primitive means of looking at the world, we gain the ability to sense the motive force around us with our entire bodies. I understand everything. Alright, I wish to go to the Holy Reactor. Alright, so with that in mind, dogmatic. The Ark is hidden from the pilgrim's eyes, but considering the extraordinary circumstance of your visit to this monastery, I grant you the right. The hall that leads to the high reliquary has been barred by the enemy, but I will open a secret path to you. Enter the Ark and experience the motive force, pilgrim. We will pray to the security system that may refrain from punishing you for your intrusion. Alright, I must press on. May the charges of Messiah grace present to you. So we're gonna call this an episode. This was the Electrodynamic Cenobium, and hopefully we'll get this loot when we move on. In the next episode, we're going to go to the fusion reactor. If you are interested in watching more of this playthrough and are enjoying it, please be sure to drop a thumbs up and comment. Hope to see you in future videos. Thanks so much for watching. Shadow Coast out.